Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're watching the finals of the Wednesday Night Jackpot, my local club runs. We got Steve Douglas on the bottom, Dougie on the top. Yeah, Dougie just beat me in round two. I botched a play at the end that's kind of bothering me. If I took a look at the right play, I could have found it. Or I thought about it. I wasn't thinking about it in the right way. I sort of bit the bullet. It was right to play a little more cautiously and positionally. Let me show you let me try to exercise my demons and show you the play. I make a nice play like right before my blunder. Like I was right on it. There's 4-1 here. You know, normally, so obviously, I'm down in the race huge. I want to close my board, so I'm hitting with the 4. But not down the race huge, but I'm down in the race enough that, I want to knock him off the edge of the prime, even though I'm getting hit back sometimes. But then I make this nice play 2-1, which is a good play to watch out for. Sometimes it's right to do that. It's bad because you're not slotting the edge of the prime anymore. But it's good because, like, when he hits you, he's not at the edge of the prime. And if he rolls a 2, that's sort of bad for you. But you still have lots of builders to go after him. And that's exactly what happened. He rolled a 5-2, right? I'm sorry, he rolled a... No, I'm sorry, he didn't even roll a 2. He danced. And then I roll a 5-2 on the next roll. And I just sort of bite the bullet and make the 2. But now all his aces are tremendous. His best when he dances, I think. But... if you make the 2 point and he rolls an ace, like with the blot on my 7, I'm in big trouble. And that's exactly what happened. So the right play is just to clear the 11 point. Again, like he rolls a 1, he's not at the edge of the prime, so it's like not a big deal. And now if he rolls a 2, you got lots of builders to go after him. So it's it's sort of a similar circumstance to my 4-1 play. But I hadn't seen it in this context before, and yeah, I just botched it. I just didn't think about it right. And also, there's no blot on your 8 point that's going to bite you later. So that's what happened. And then I don't feel too. I actually took a take. I took a pass afterwards, but I don't feel too bad about that one. Like obviously he hits me and he escapes. I roll 5-5, get back in, and then. It's 3-way, 4-away, and he's redoubling me. Take point's 18.5 here. I only win about 18. I kind of knew it was close though, so I don't feel too bad about this one. I actually had a pretty good handle on it. I knew it was kind of close on the take pass. Maybe I should have passed and just played from 5-7, given I have a little bit of an edge on my opponent, but not a big error. Anyways, let us go back to the Backgammon Hub match, and I will do some commentary. So again, Steve's on the bottom, Doug is up. This is a 9-point match. So it looks like race is fairly close. Steve is playing this bar point holding game with three checkers on the bar point, a little unusual. And then Dougie has all this outfield structure that's sort of good for blocking, good for clearing. He's got to give up. He could play it all inside, but no, it's better to give up a blocking point. So this looks cleanest. There could be a little bit of an argument for clearing the 8 point, and that you want to block the bigger numbers with the race so close. But this is going to get black hit less in the long term, so that's why Dougie goes with it. So this is probably correct. Okay, white on roll. The race is still actually white's up in the race now, though that might be a little bit of a not a great thing for white because he might get pulled off the anchor at an inconvenient time. Okay, I assume Dougie's going to continue to play this. Yeah, so clearing the 13 would be an error here. 1, you're down in the race, so you want the extra contact, and 2, your timing is better than white. So this is actually a pretty big error. Yes, this is correct, or maybe clear the 8 point, but I would clear the 9. Like the time, yeah, I wouldn't. This looks like too big a concession on the home front. But even if the race is like dead even, generally you want to keep the midpoint here because like I said, the timing is better for you. So white's going to be forced off the back point earlier than you're going to be forced off the midpoint, just because white has the further back point. That is assuming the race is even. And here white's actually up in the race a little bit. Yeah, see how the timing worked out? So I don't know. Maybe Dougie's play is actually okay. Playing it all inside like he did. He might have a decent handle on it. Now he's sort of forced to do this. I wouldn't want to leave a shot either against a 5-point board. Here, the white's play is not that clear to me. I mean, obviously, your best board is playing 7-4 or 7-5, 2-1, but 7-4 is a little better. But you're forced off the anchor on both 5s and 6s. So Steve chooses something else. This is probably kind of the right idea, although there's better plays that clear the top points. Again, here I don't know, because now if you stay back, black has to play first. The 6s are sort of the bad number, so I'm a little leery about even moving that back point at all. Right, like, okay, so you move the back point like one step forward, and then black rolls a 6-4, and it's like not that bad, because it's only 11 shots. So I probably wouldn't do this. I probably would stay all the way back and just say, look, you know, either you leave me a shot or you make some big concession in your board usually. Okay, but it shows like sort of a hybrid play. Yeah, I'm a little leery about. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm totally sure about this, but again, I'm leery about leaving shots against a 5-point board. So I probably would have ended up playing it like Steve. But boy, that's a big concession on the home front. Okay, he gets the shots. Guess you got to do this. Black could reasonably cube this though. I would not pass it. I mean, black's going to be too good on a lot of sequences, including this one. So there might have been an opportunity for black in there. I was kind of glad he didn't now. I'd love to play 5 of them. It would actually cover the 5 points. But he can't do it. Can't do it and not leave a shot. So he's got to do this, and there's only 2 extras. I guess you do this. All 5, 6-4, 6-6, 4-4. Unless there's some other play where you leave the guy back on the 20 point and play 12-2. That looks odd though. Jesus, black hit again, and now he's too good again. Yeah, I don't know about doubling the second time he got a shot, but because white's kind of close to home there. But doubling the first time he got the shot, I mean, he's winning and it's like super volatile and it's a bit gammonish. I mean, I assume he's winning there. So that might have been double take at one point. Could have been winning 4. Or 6. No, not 6. All right, so it looks going to be like it's going to be a gammon. Little gammon action. All right, so 2-zip. Dougie is up. Let's see how these guys navigate this somewhat lopsided score. Okay, I hit with the ace, and then I mean, at the score, the computer will do this with the 2. For money, I think it also does this. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's up 2-0. Yeah, for money, I believe the computer does what Dougie did, but because he's up in the match, it's possible. Splitting is possible also, because this gets less gammonish play, and you sort of want to tamp down the gammas a little bit when up in the match. So I probably would have played it like Dougie, to be honest, but there's a chance the computer splits there. Black on roll, he's got 8s, 9s, and 10s working. 7. Yeah, I would not know what to do, but this is a pretty productive 6. Okay, slots with the ace, reasonable. Gets punished for it. And then Steve could reasonably cube this down 2-zip. I mean, he's got an edge and it's a fairly gammonish position. Got pretty solid edge. So that might be like no double at 0-0, but double at 0-2 maybe. Maybe he's glad he didn't. Although actually, he's got Black still has 3 guys pretty well trapped. So I don't know. Would it be crazy to double this from the roof? Once again, white seems like a pretty clear favorite there. All right, let's see if he pulls the trigger. All right, definitely pull the trigger here, regardless of how black plays this. Send it, Steve. Double take, I believe. I don't know. You're down 0-2. You got a very clear edge, and it's a fairly gammonish. So yeah, the double does look pretty clear to me. Or another way to look at it is, okay, well, maybe you don't think it's a double at 0-0, right? But it wouldn't be crazy to double it at 0-0. So why not double it at 0-2? But yeah, I might double it at 0-0-2. Oh, he's glad he didn't leave the shot on his 9 points. 5-1. Okay, this it doesn't hit, but it escapes pretty cleanly. Just sevens back. 3-2 makes the 4 good. 6-3 gets a builder on the 7. There's nothing better. See if black moves this checker now. Best for the win is to leave it there. Cause some problems for white coming home. But okay, it does get gammon a little more. I think there was some 4 duplication though, like 4-1, 4-3. Those numbers maybe don't even hit because you get to forgo making your 3-point, or at least it's like reasonable not to hit. So it might have been better to leave the checker on the 16 point instead of safetying it like Dougie did. But it worth a look anyways. And down to the if the race is closed, maybe you don't do that as much. But down in the race so much, getting hit's not the biggest deal in the world. All right, 5-4. Okay, this looks okay to me. Safest would be 6-3 and then rip a checker. You're not in much danger of losing the race, and you're not in much danger of winning a gammon, so to speak. So maybe this is a bit much. Yeah, no way I'm running here. In fact, I would save a 6. I would play 14-8, 6-4 or something, so I don't have to run next turn with the 6. So I don't know why Dougie should be considering that idea. The race is so bad. Yeah, he played 14-12, and now he has a 6 to play, and I guess he's thinking about jumping or bringing it in. But obviously, you stay back here. But there's another play where you play 14-8 and then play the 2 inside, and then you can stay back like several turns in a row. You can stay back. See, now he's forced to go with a 6, and I don't think he wants to. With white only having 4 checkers off, you want to stay back, try to hit a shot. So a little bit of an oversight by Dougie there, I think. I mean, maybe he was thinking about the race a little bit, but the race looked too out of reach. Okay, so it's going to be 2-2, 7 away, a 7 away, 7 awa, 7 awa. Play 3-2, maybe get an extra decision. Okay, so, okay, nice. I like slotting here as well. It's close. Okay, nothing fancy here. Good. Splitting is more important than bringing down a checker here. Good. You got the stronger board. You want to provoke some contact, and you kind of want to keep these checkers split in the backfield. If you rolled like a 4-2 or something, you'd make your 4-point. But 6-6. Okay, so the dice have different idea in mind. Well, yeah, this is an okay try up 15. Yeah, that might have been okay. Offhand, I probably would have made the 7 instead of jumping out to the 18 because you're not that stuck back there. But Steve's play could be right because he's up in the race, pays big on the misses. There's like 12. The black misses like a third of the time there. Not like a third of the time. Black misses a third of the time there. Alrighty. Okay, so he's down in the race by 10 pips, so he's staying back, but to what end, you know? Like, I don't think he's given Black many problems, so I'm not sure about that, or just running all the way. So similar stuff here. I don't know. I mean, Steve's sort of playing thematically because he's down in the race, but I'm just not sure about the right plan there. Okay, pretty okay attack number here if he wants. He can make the 4 and then play 8-2 and only leave 4 shots and kind of win when he gets missed. On the other hand, you can play completely safely and you're probably cubing anyways. Yeah, that's what he's thinking. He's thinking I got cube access, so I don't need to take the risk. Like I got a good cube in here anyways. Reduce the volatility when you have cube access, you know. So probably a good idea by Dougie there. Don't leave the 11% hits that leave white a chance to get back in the game very easily. Yeah, so that was like good play by Dougie there. Let's see, he could have. I mean, it's possible he had a cube earlier. After Black stays back, but the 3-3 checker play and the subsequent cube action made a lot of sense to me. He would probably play 13-10 here, but I'm not totally sure. Steve can either make the 4 or he can make the 20. He makes the 4 because he gets to attack Black at the same time. I think that makes sense. Does not work, although he does get another shot at Black. Yeah, 6-4 or 23-21. He's up in the race. I might have played 23-21 there because he's up in the race so much. 4-4 now. All right, so Black's up on the bar, so he's trying to keep him busy by making the 2, and then okay, so 20-16, 13-9 isn't too bad because of the 4 duplication. So I think that is the right idea, unless there's something. You can make the 9 also. No, actually, this makes sense also. And actually, maybe there's another play that doesn't make the 2. Come to think of it, you can make the 9 point with 3 of them, and then jump out 24-16. That might have been worth a look. This looks like a pretty easy take to me. Score's no big deal, I think. White has a lot of work to do to bring those guys around. Not the doubles may be okay too, but yeah, I'm not passing this by any means. Dougie's looking at the raise and he's thinking, yeah, maybe, but I just think there's too much. I think just White has too much stuff he needs to do. And the board isn't like super crushing strong yet. Yeah, I would have taken that. Maybe if there was just like 1 checker in the backfield, you pass, but 2 checkers back there. I think you got to take it. It could be off though. Dougie's a good player. He looked at it. All right, 6 away, 6 away. Guys are playing pretty quickly. We play this time control. This is kind of somewhat unusual time control where you get when it's you get 1.5 minutes per match length. So 9-point match, you get what is that? 13.5 minutes. If I did the math right there, I think I did. And then there's a 10-second delay, which would be unusual for live play, but because it's online, I think it makes sense. Like it does, you don't take any time rolling the dice, for instance, or moving the checkers around, or picking up your dice quicker. So I think the 10-second delay makes sense, and you have a pip count there too, so you don't have to waste time counting pips. Okay, good shot by Steve, who's not going to overlook the hit. Good. Good shot by Dougie with the same number. Ooh, what is going on here? 3s, 2s, 4s in the outfield. White's structure is pretty good. I wonder if that's double take, actually. No 8-point for white, you know. Position's not that good. I would have cubed it. Well, you can make your 11 points. That's something. Kind of like it. That's good for something. I would not cube this now. Missed his opportunity. And then this looks like a pretty big upgrade in the position of black. So yeah, this does a lot. Obviously there's blitzy plays where you make the 2-point and then play one more, probably 24 to 21. Yeah, actually I like this better because there's the two. In addition to the blot you're hitting, there's two more blots you can go after. And yeah, I wouldn't hit and leave a shot. I mean, this is the best position by a good margin because you get both your 3-point and the 21-point as opposed to just the 2 points. But tactically, the other plays seem to make a lot of sense. I mean, you can cube a dance, for instance. You're not cubing any time. I guess you're not cubing any roll here by white. Maybe black does get a good decent cube in down the line though. So it's possible Dougie had a point. Just that blot in the outfield, you know, I really want to find some hit play, and making the 2 looked pretty plausible. Okay, white looking for one of those probably 8 hit numbers, maybe just 6 hit numbers because 5-2 is duplicated. Yeah, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4. And then black on roll, yeah, it looks like he's got a little too much work to do. Although the score probably does argue for somewhat aggressive doubling. So what was that other game? So that was the 3-2 game where I thought it was going to be a take. I thought Dougie was going to take. Maybe we'll take a look at that afterwards. I am kind of curious about that. All right, 5-2 by Steve. So he's going to make some sort of concession. Running off the anchor looks a little suicidal to me. Yeah, okay. I mean, he kept no shots in the outfield in the highest quality board. Builders are all messed up. I don't know about that one. You do hate to leave shots in the outfield there. So maybe Steve had a point. And he's got kind of a clean play inside. All 6-2. I bet he's going to play this. Again, I wouldn't be sure. Can make the 9-point and get a little more block on the back checker, but it is a lot of fly shots in the outfield. So I certainly can't blame Steve for what he did. Can't fault it. I mean, black really looking for a number that makes the 4-point. That would really tie the room together. He's got 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers that does it. This ain't one of them. Okay, it holds the forts. I like it. White might have to make some concession now, although white, it's not too bad. Actually, this is a decent roll. If you're not going to roll like double 5s or double 2s or something, this is probably what you want to be doing. If you're not going to roll doubles, 13-2 is pretty productive. Oh, 6-5. Can white cube this here? I guess not, but he is winning with. He's going to lose his market pretty big on the dance here, I assume, with the black blot in the outfield. That took quite an amazing sequence for white to get this to this probably double pass position. You know, this does look like double pass to me. It's fairly. I mean, it's. Yeah, especially at the score, I don't want to take this and lose 2 or 4 and let white get to a comfortable even away score. For money, maybe it's closer, but I guess I'd be a little inclined to pass for money also, because it is quite gammonish. And I don't think white really has a ton of bad numbers. Like he's either covering or maybe even like picking up that blot. He's a little stuck though, so I'm not totally sure what. I don't have a great handle on that one. I guess though at the score, I guess I'm pretty comfortable with double pass. Oh, great shot by Steve. I would play this. I would not make the 3-point here. I think there's just too little structure in the outfield. I'd play it more positionally, 15 to 10, 13 to 8. I mean, 3 is attractive because black's up on the bar, but this just looks a lot easier to play in the future. Yeah, I don't know. I probably would not cube this, but it wouldn't be crazy. All right, let's see how Dougie wants to play this one. Go full blitz, 8 squared, 1 squared. Looks like he's going for it. There is that white blot in the outfield. Not sure how this compares to other, like running the back man. You can make the 1 and then play 23 to 13, say. Did not work, and now this looks a little passage to me. I don't think it's too good or anything. But boy, black's position is just awful now, you know. 3 checkers back in that messed up front position. White doesn't look like he has many problems. Now, Dougie should take a little deep at the score, I believe, because if he passes, Steve gets to like a comfortable 4-away score. But I think this is like a pretty big money pass. So I would not take at the score. If I thought it was just like if I thought it was like, I don't know, 105 for money, I might be tempted to take it at the score. Because I don't want. I mean, 4 away is a pretty comfortable score to be at. Steve, so Steve, even though he's down, even though he's winning the match, I think he does get to use the cube pretty aggressively since he needs 4 to win. Whereas if he's like 3 away or something, that's like much harder to get in like a comfortable, like 3 away, 6 away. That's like is much harder to get in like a good cube at like 3 away, 6 away than 4 away, 6 away. So like the cube has, in other words, the cube has like a lot more value at like 4 away than 3 away. Yeah, this looks a little funny to me. Yeah, what else? I guess he's worried about being blitzed, right? If he plays 24 to 21 with the 3, which is true, but you don't want to play 6 to 3 either. So I think the other one's more of a concession, right? Like okay, since black is hitting with the ace, I would not cube this, but if he does anything else, I might cube this, even though I'm up in the match. Yeah, I might have sent it there, but I would not have played it like black did. But like 3 away, 6 away, you don't cube that. I think you do cube it at 4 away, 4 away, 6 away. All right, now black has his stuff put together, so I'm not sure what the cube action is here. But again, I don't think doubling would be crazy here by any means. Alrighty, I would try to get the heck out of there, and then double a miss probably. It is kind of a lot of shots, so 9 to 3, 13 to 8 is sort of a candidate in my mind. 6-3. Okay, he does run. Does not work. Number's a little duplicated, but I do like how Dougie's playing it because it is important to get those back guys going. With three checkers kind of trapped. Oh, great shot by Steve. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. 6-5, but the race is fairly close now. Okay, so I'd be a little averse to leaving a shot anywhere in the outfield. Even though positionally this play's kind of bad, I think it's probably the right idea with the race so close. Yeah, nothing better than this. Might as well make the ace now that you've started it. Good. 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 Okay, so please go. It's only 2 shots to bring 2 guys down because all the 7s are blocked except for 5-2. That's cute. It's a bargain. It's a GD bargain. And now I think I'd be tempted to leave a shot. You can duplicate 2s, so 5-2, 4-2 don't actually hit here. Because you'd make the 4-point instead of giving up your nice anchor to hit. So it's not that many shots. Anyways, he does get a good hit, and this should go double pass. Yeah, see you pass here, and you saddle white with like this awkward 3-away score. 3-away, 6-away, where it's like it's tough for white to get in like a good cube in like a gammonish position. So even though black is down in the match, he shouldn't necessarily be quick to take there, especially because he could lose a 4-point gammon. Yeah, 6 points a little thin, so I might have played 13-10, but Steve's plays okay. This is a little optimistic, but I can't fault it too much at the score. Okay, he does it. Yeah, I would definitely make my stand here. Would have felt pretty happy. I mean, maybe he's an okay cube, but like I would have been pretty happy to get doubled here, just because I know, it seems like I can take this easily. I don't have to think and think. Oh, do I want to risk losing 4? It just seems like a very easy take. Okay, yeah, you could do this and then make the 21 point. There is a hit play here though, where you play 24-15 with all 3 of the remaining ones after you enter. So I don't know. Okay, so he goes with the anchor. He's thinking he doesn't want to get gammoned. Oh, great shot by Steve. So not that it's relevant yet, but let's see, the take point on the recube I think is around 11%. So it's exactly the winning chances from 1 away, 6 away, because black can take and redouble for the match, or he can pass and play from 1 away, 6 away Crawford. So yeah, that is 11% according to the XG match equity table. So it could become relevant later. Not yet. Because black has well over 20 here. Maybe over 30. Yeah, if he plays like this, well over 30 maybe. But he gets gammon a little more. Alrighty, I don't know what to do here. So 8-4-3 is a play. It's probably minimal shots this way, so seems okay. He does get hit. Okay, he doesn't get hit for some reason. That looks odd to me. I don't know if Dougie didn't see it or he saw it. He didn't want to leave all the blots, but it's 3-6 and it's doubled though, so you have to hit with the 3 there. Yeah, that looked very strange to me. He might have just overlooked it. Oh, 4 is so bad. Yeah, I kind of like the other one. Keep your 5 point slotted because it's the 5 point. I don't know if I can stomach 6-3 here. Steve gonna stomach it? I would find something else. 16-13 or 13-10. Black has the blot on his board, so maybe it's not a bad time to like leave a shot here. He says he can stomach it. Oh, I can make a 17. That's funny. It is strange defensive structure, but could be effective. 6-2. Okay, so this is a blot number. Okay, so 13-7, 3-1 looks pretty clean. Or you can make a 7, but I'll use a double shot. So I don't think I would leave a double shot here. 3-1 is sort of a productive deuce. You know, you're sort of putting that stupid checker to use. Steve was enamored with the value of his 7-point, but I don't think it was worth enough. Okay, so this does not hit. I guess you're stuck popping out of the outfield, just playing with one blot. Yeah, nothing else makes sense, I think. Okay, he's going to hit with a 3 this time. He's not. Boy, he's really averse to breaking his point to hit. I mean, here he's leaving like 4 blots in the outfield plus 1 in his board if he doesn't. So I think he has a point this time. Last time first time it looked strange though. Ugh, 4-3, gross. Is he breaking his 7? Okay, this is a quad shot. Jesus. That'd be a tough play for him. But I'd have to take a look at some plays there. I mean, you hate to break your 7-point, but you're leaving a quadruple shot and 2 blots in the outfield this way, so woof. And so Dougie gets to hit and cover here. So now he's gonna play 13-10 with the 3. Good. Yeah, in fact, the way Steve played it, I mean, he's gonna lose a bunch of gammons. Oh, great shot by Dougie. Oh no, actually, I thought this hit and cover, but no, it doesn't hit and cover. Still still an okay shot, I'd say. Okay, this looks okay. All right, Steve gets to clean up a little bit. I wonder if there was something slightly better with the 3-3. Yeah, just play with 1 blot here for sure. Oh, Dougie gets to hit. Assume he's going to the 8 points. Ooh, I don't like this. What's wrong with 12? What's wrong with 12-8? It gets another builder for the 5, you know. This doesn't look right either. It's only 1 shot though. It's crushing. It's a pretty crushing shot though. Oh no, it's not crazy good. Okay, this looks good. 3-3 makes the points. Wow, Dougie might be going up 7-6 here if he can bring home this gammon. So 5-5 cracks here. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to take my time on that one. I do like when coming home. You close out 1 checker, and you're kind of coming home against a little bit of like blockage in the outfield. I actually like to explicitly like look at plays and think about what numbers are blocked, and try to minimize the blockedness. Which doesn't always mean like minimizing the block numbers. Like you might pay a block. You might pay like 1 block number to like get your back man moving in a nice way. So I'm not criticizing Dougie's play. I mean, he's probably right to do what he did, but like 5-5 would be like a crack number there. So it's like there could be something better. Oh hey Eli, good to see you. No, I lost to Dougie in round. Round 2. If you go back to the beginning of this video, I go over a play I screwed up right at the end, which kind of bothers me because it was definitive. Like the play, I should have been able to find the play if I thought about it correctly, and I did the wrong play. It was a blunder, and I got immediately punished for it with a roll that like wouldn't have been that. It was a roll that wouldn't have been that good if I played it correctly. So I kind of kicking myself, but you know the point is to learn something, and I think I did. Hopefully I'll remember it for next time it comes up. But no promises on that one though. Okay, so it's Kentucky gets a single game win here. Okay, so Dougie is okay. Dougie's 4 away. Steve is 3 away. So Dougie should be very, very aggressive with the cube when there's a when there's a gammon threat at all. Like ridiculously aggressive in some sense. Like you wouldn't double this, but like any sort of like white rolls 5-2 or something, and he has at least a double. Like this is a big pass. This is like an extremely large pass at the score, and possibly bordering on too good. Because of this 4-away, 3-away score, it's like some ridiculous monster pass, I believe. Although I don't know, Steve might make it work. Like for money, okay, you can maybe take it, maybe, but yeah, 4-away, 3-away, you don't get great recube vig, you don't get full value from your gammons. And when you get gammoned, the gammons are tremendously valuable for black. So it's sort of like classic score-based stuff. Like maybe take for money, but massive pass at the score. But Steve got some lucky sequences, and he's looking pretty good. He's sort of a favorite now. Okay, checker play looks okay. Would not be sure though. 4-4. He's up in the race now by 12 pips. So it does make sense to disengage from the back for that reason, I guess. Yeah, this looks like the right idea. Take point on the recube is 18.5. Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, happy to provide some commentary. Yeah, so it's 18.5 at the score, which actually came up in my match with Dougie also. So yeah, black easily has it. Obviously, he's in the race and he's got good contact. So it's a big money take, so huge take at the score, so good no double by Steve. 2-2 makes some nice progress. Yeah, I would definitely fill in the 4 points, and then I wouldn't leave any shots in the outfield, and then I would play the only remaining 2 that doesn't leave a shot. So good play by Steve there. Yeah, it's only 2 pips. He's down 2 pips. I probably wouldn't mind making another blocking point. Yeah, so this is quite bad. Like as a take for money, and Dougie should take very deeply at the score. So this is a pretty big. There's another pretty big cube error. Yeah, I love the blocking point. I guess because the race is close, it's worth the shots, but I wouldn't be totally sure it's worth the shots. I'd want to think about that one a little bit. Okay, now we can put together like a really nice position for just 2 shots. So I would make the 8 point here. And again, the race is fairly close, so you really like the blocking points. Like this is still a take at the score, even though White's made all this progress. All right, no more shots. Good. Okay, I like this in case black rolls a 6. You want to be in a position to hit black. Okay, no choice here, I assume. Because you want to get really fancy and clear the 6 point, but no, this is better. Okay, I guess I would do this. There are better blocking plays, but yeah, I think you want the I think you want to bring the guys in. Yeah, you got to do this, even though you're getting hit a little more later, probably. But you are worried about the race. They probably would have borne off a checker there. Although I guess this is better. This is better builders for the ace. Oh man, he's gotta leave a shot now. Oh man. 6? He gets a 6. Probably would not play 2-1 here. Okay, he steps out of the outfield. Reasonable. Gets hit. Gets hit. 6-2. Okay, pops out again, hoping to get missed and get into a close race. He got a checker off, so he's down in the race, but it's fairly close. Yeah, pretty close. Okay, fill in the gap, good. Nothing fancy, good. Greedy bear off activated. Oh, Dougie takes this one. All right, well, I think. It does. All right, a little bit of fireworks at the end. Okay, let's download this and just take a look at some of these cube actions. I'm not going to spend a ton of time going through the match. But I do want to look at the cube action at 2-3. And maybe we can take a quick look at the cube actions in the last game. But I'm pretty sure that Steve was wrong by a lot on both of them. Yeah, it's not even a double. Yeah, I was surprised when Dougie passed this one. I kind of okay. So let's actually put Steve on the bottom, like we had during the match. So Steve doubled his black. Scores like his match score is probably no big deal. What's going on here? Oh, that's weird. I think this is a bug. So I'm looking at these numbers over here to the left. It says okay, no, it switched up. Yeah, for a second it said black was an underdog, but obviously black was a favorite there. But yeah, so black doubles this, which it's apparently is a blunder, but I maybe wouldn't have cubed this, but I definitely would have considered cubing it because up in the race by 43 pips with the stronger board, better blocking structure in the outfield. I would have been happy to take as white though, just because black has even though black is well up in the race, he's got like all this stuff to bring around, and white's position while underdeveloped is still sound. It's not like he has like a bunch of dead checkers or whatever. So I just think there's just like a ton of play as black brings those 3 checkers around, And even if he gets those 3 checkers like to his his 6 point or something, he's still got to clear the 8 and 9 points, which could be some additional problems. Not that that's a huge problem. So yeah, so I was a little surprised to see Dougie pass that. And then yeah, the last game, yeah, it's even too good. It's even too good here. Like I guess it's a pass for money. But yeah, this 4 where you got to be. This is like so important when learning backgammon. You got to be very cognizant of these of sort of these score based adjustments you got to make. And just like 4 away, 3 away is such a big one, And if there's any gammons floating around, you got to be really, really careful about taking. Like, let's take a quick look at what this is for money, just to bring the point home. It's like so different. So it's a pass by 0.7 at the score. For money, it's a pass by 0.08. Right. So if you treat this stuff like money, you're gonna be way off. So the way I would think about this over the board is like, I know that it's gammonish. I know that as black, I lose a bunch of gammons. And like, I'm not totally sure I want to, maybe I take it for money, but I'm not like totally sure I want to take for money. So I know it's a big pass at this 4-away, 3-away score. And again, okay, so 4 away, so your gammons are extremely valuable. For the opponent's 4 away, so his gammons are extremely valuable. I get my recube is hampered, and my gammons are, and then as black, my gammons are hampered, And then then the recube to 4. I mean, here I actually know the numbers very well. Like I know my take points. So I know that white should take if it's 18.5 or more. And I know this is a money take. So I win a money take pass, ignoring gammons is like 22% because of the recube vig, 21, 22. So I know I'm well over that because I know this is a pretty easy money take. So I'm like, you're miles away from the take pass line here. So I'd honestly expect it to be a bigger error than like 0.27, but yeah, as you can see, it's still pretty big. Anyways. So I don't know what else interesting happened. Those are sort of the most instructive, interesting. That was the most instructive, interesting stuff I noticed. Oh, you can even cube. Yeah, no, the game 1. Yeah, you can cube from the roof here. You're winning, and it's very volatile, and is gammonish. So even though it's some huge take, normally wouldn't be a double if it's like such a huge take. But because white has these numbers where like he's going to be too good after, like basically any hit dance sequence, he's too good, and he's like doing fine if he misses on average, right? So even though it's some huge take, you have to double this. You can even double the next turn, although I might have missed this cube, given that black's so close to home. Like here's funny. So apparently white should cube to 2. He dances, and then black has a cube. So the cube like escalates. It could even be double take. Like okay, so double take here, dance, double take. Cube's already at 4 in these two turns. Like okay, so double take. Dance, no, black's on roll. I mean, I don't know if it's a take or not. I would certainly cube it. Yeah, this does redouble take. I guess. Yeah, white cannot have a cube to 8 though after black's next roll though. That'd be funny though if it went like cube to 2, cube to 4, cube to 8 all in like 3 rolls. I'm not sure I've seen that happen except maybe when there's like an automatic double in there, the automatic double to 8. Yeah, we talked about this a little bit. For money, I do like to hidden play 13 to 11, but because Dougie is up in the match 2 to 0, you can play a little more conservatively 24 to 22 if you like. Yeah, some opportunities in here for Steve. What about here, though? Can you double this? You can almost double this. Yeah. 6 away, 6 away. What happened here? Yeah, there's one opportunity for Dougie. And nothing else. All right. Well, actually, I'm going to sign off now. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this, and we will see you next time.